I took a bunch of bets today that I don't know if they're gonna if they're gonna hit or not. But
We'll see. We'll see. We are live for another great edition of Chef and the Fox. I am fresh off the surgical bed, so I will not have my camera on today to spare you guys my ugly mug that's looking right now. But I am definitely going to try to stay. I think we've got some good shots. I'll be honest, I'm only typing with one hand, so I haven't. It takes me a while to type some things, so I'll work on the banners. Haven't got them up yet, but I'll sit there. Games that I'm on right now, just so people know right away. I am on Leverkusen money line. I am on Leverkusen over 3. With that set up, I got Dortmund a little bit here. Dortmund.
oh wait, somebody scored. So Leverkusen's 2. I have that over 3, too.
Yeah, they've already scored twice.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Oh yes, nice. We got Dortmund later today. We're trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Shit. I have Schlack and Hoffenheim. Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
I think I have them. I either have them BTTS or over 2.5. It's 1-0 right now.
Yep. On the 10 o'clock games that are going, I'm on Arsenal. I'm on Southampton. I'm on Sheffield United and Wolves, all money line. I've got Leeds in an ACCA. It wasn't a really strong price to take them on the money line. I got QPR over 2.5 and Preston to win the game. Schalke just scored, by the way.
Another one, 2 or 1?
1. Sorry, that was 1. But I'm on the Atletico Madrid Sevilla over 2. My boy Chef is on New York City FC plus a goal and a half. He is also on LA Galaxy halftime, full time later today. But we'll get into some of the action. But I wanted to roll those out since those games are getting ready to start right now in a second. Fulham let me down, unfortunately. I actually might jump on one more game here. Is this West Brom game? West Brom Swansea over 2.5. I'm actually going to take that, and I'll take West Brom to win.
I took Wolfsburg and Leipzig, both teams to score, but that might have been a mistake.
I really need just Leipzig to win the game to close out the other side of a parlay with some XFL games on tonight. But thanks. Let's welcome everybody to the chat. DJ Big Boss is here. Yella's here. EJV's here. So welcome, guys. Thanks for giving up your time coming on in. We definitely got some plays. It's college basketball day. We've got a ton of games, a ton of great games when I looked up. We've got my boys Virginia and versus Louisville. So we pretty much all know what I'm going to be on from there. Can you guess it, Shocks? Do you know what I'm going to be on?
Virginia.
I am actually not going to be on Virginia. I think Louisville wins the game, but I'm definitely going to be
That's a good bet.
I'm definitely going to be on the over. It's over 115. I think Louisville can put up points. So let's dive in. What are you on today? Tell the folks what you're on.
So what I'm on today is Marquette at St. John's. I know this is like a St. John's at home. I think last week they were at home against I forget who they were playing last week, but they won that home game. But I think Marquette wins this one. They covered the game the last time these two played. It was an 8.5 point cover. I think this is a big game for Marquette. So and St. John's kind of used up their spot. They were like on a losing streak, but then they ended up getting that big win. I forget when it was, Wednesday, Tuesday night. But actually it was on Sunday. They were extremely desperate against Creighton on Sunday for a win. They got that. This is on a neutral floor. It's at MSG. St. John's has given up the 98th highest 3-point scoring rate in college basketball. Marquette's coming off back-to-back losses against Seton Hall and DePaul. They are the 19th highest scoring. They do have the 19th highest scoring percentage rate from 3 points in the country. And I just think overall, this is a bounce-back spot for Marquette. St. John's kind of like had that desperation win on Sunday against Creighton. So they're kind of going to fall short here to Marquette. So I really like Marquette -1 at St. John's.
Is Marquette coming in kind of in a free fall though?
They have the 2 back-to-back losses, but I think they bounce back here against. It's a neutral floor game, so it's not at like St. John's. So I think on a neutral floor here, Marquette has the advantage here to win this.
All right. What's the percentages of people will be a mask watching this game?
Good amount in New York.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance. It's kind of crazy. What else you on? I like that. I'll jump on Marquette there.
So the other one I'm on is Seton Hall at Creighton. This is for the #1 seed in the Big East tournament. Seton Hall would win the Big East with an outright win today. And I think both of these teams, they play pretty similar. They both have really good offenses. Seton Hall plays a little bit more defense than Creighton does. Creighton's defense is pretty bad. But if you go back to like Seton Hall's loss against Villanova, I think they lost that game by 2. And I think that was partially due to, like it would have been a bigger blowout, but Nova actually didn't shoot well from the free throws in that game. So that's why it looked a lot closer than what it was. But Miles Powell did, he did have a bad game. I think he shot 1 for 11 from 3-point line. And then the last time when they played Creighton, I think he shot like 3 of 10. So he hasn't been, he's been inconsistent in some of his big home games. But I think what you're going to see is now that they're on the road, Seton Hall, he's much more focused and he does a lot better on the road and I think it's because he's more focused. It's like a non-emotional environment. He's not in front of his home school at home, and he does seem to play a lot better on the road. So Seton Hall also has a big size advantage here, and this is big implications for their tournament seeding. If Seton Hall loses this, I think they drop to like a 3 or 4 seed. So there's a lot on the line here, and I think Seton Hall comes up on the road against Creighton. So I like them 3.5.
Okay. All right, Seton Hall minus the 3.5. I like that. That's not a bad look. We got a person in the chat asking if Azubuike's playing. I don't see anything that shows he's injured. Where are you think
he's playing?
Yeah. Well, we could dive right into that game. I kind of like that game. I like Kansas -3.
Yeah, I mean, this one is I was kind of torn on this because the last time these two teams played, Kansas, I think. Well, they played at Kansas. I think it was pretty much wire to wire the whole way. There was like a double-digit lead that I think Kansas had at the beginning of that game, but Texas Tech came back and covered it. And then again, though, but here's the thing, too. It's like Texas Tech also was like wire to wire with Baylor on Monday. If Tech had won that game against Baylor, this line would probably be Texas Tech like -1 at home, or maybe +1 at home. Maybe +1 at home. But Kansas is giving up the 3rd highest 3-point scoring rate in the Big 12, and Texas Tech does produce the highest 3-point scoring rate in the Big 12. So I think I kind of like, I can't bet against Kansas. I don't think I'm going to play this one. Because I can't bet against Kansas, but I think Texas Tech at home is in a bad spot. It's a revenge spot for them. It's also a must-win game. I think just for their tournament seeding. If I checked the last time on a couple of the bubble teams, I think Texas Tech is one of the last 4 in. So how they do in this game is definitely going to reflect. where they come in, if they get into the big dance or not, also depending on how they do in the Big 12 tournament. So I'm going to stay off of this game, but yeah, I mean, I can't see going against Kansas either. I think it's either play, I really don't know. That's why I'm kind of staying off it. Rich says he likes Tech getting points at home. Yeah, but it's really tough to bet against Kansas. But I don't see anything wrong with that if you want to bet Kansas. I mean, there's obviously they're the number one team in the country. But yeah, Richie does make a good point. They don't really need this game. They pretty much have the first seed locked up, the double bye locked up. They'll get a first seed no matter what in the tournament. Texas Tech is the bubble team trying to get in, and they've played pretty close to the top two teams in the country, Baylor and Kansas, this season. So I wouldn't be surprised if Texas Tech covered that, but I can also see Kansas beating them here too late in the game. But
yeah, I go either way. I just think Kansas will come out headed. I don't think they're going to come out with a lot of fun. I don't trust this Texas Tech team to score consistently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do go through scoring droughts.
So you're on Marquette -3, Seton Hall. What was that? -3 too?
No, Seton Hall is +3.5, and Marquette is -1.
Okay, I see it at 3 now.
Oh, was it? This morning it was at 1. All right. When I was writing this up.
No, we're okay. So yeah, sorry guys if you hear me screech in pain. I'm recovering from wrist surgery yesterday. So as I had the greatest thing ever, it's called a nerve block. If you've ever had a nerve block done, they basically block off your whole right or left arm. In my case, my whole left arm. So from the top of the shoulder down, which is worse because they actually give you an ultrasound. So you watch the guy put the needle through your skin and he's trying to show you, see, I'm not close to your lung. Your lung's over here to the left. And I'm right at the shoulder. As long as I'm in the muscle, tell is this a good place? And then he goes to the anesthesiologist, sits there, and he puts the medicine in there. And then from that point on, for 12 hours, you can't feel your left arm. Like if you move, it just dangles down like if it was like something hanging in the wind, just flowing back and forth like this. So I would bend over, my arm would just fly out. But that's why you're in a sling, so you don't separate your shoulder. You can't feel your fingers. You literally have to manually move them. And they feel like they're like, I assume what a dead person would feel like. Just lifeless, cold, dreary. Leipzig with the shot.
Did they make it?
1-on-1, and he misses. He misses the whole damn net. You suck. Lead scored, by the way. They're 1-0. Sorry to interrupt that thing. So if you hear me screech in pain, the reason is that nerve block has now subsided, and I'm just on the opioids.
But going back to that, Marquette -3 is also a good line too. I think they're just gonna dominate St. John's here. Bounce back spot. Yeah, they're gonna put away Marquette.
All right.
I mean, put away St. John. Sorry.
What else you on? Don't give the other things. I just checked the other chat, so I know what you're on.
Yeah, well, those are the other two that I'm on, and then the other one that I liked was Rutgers +6 at I think it might be 6 or +6 at Purdue. I know Purdue.
Are they on the bubble? I just keep seeing them lose.
Yeah, so basically, like they kind of played their way. They played their way. So like they played their way, kind of being on the bubble now. I think they're one of the first 4 out. So they really, and the reason is because like they haven't won on the road. They've only won 1 game on the road, and that was at Nebraska. So they've done amazing at home, but I think the tournament, the selection people are going to make an example of them if they don't win another road game. And Purdue is a pretty decent team to beat on the road. I don't know if it qualifies a quad 1 or quad 2, whatever in their things, but this is definitely a must-win spot for Rutgers. I know Purdue beat them at Rutgers actually the last time they play. So it's kind of a revenge spot. They're on the bubble right now. They're one of the first 4 out. And like we said, it's because they only have one road win at Nebraska, so they're desperate. Purdue does shoot the ball well at home, but if you look at Rutgers right now, they're allowing the 12th fewest attempts from fewest attempts in shooting in conference play. So they're pretty good at, like, I think Purdue's also a bubble team. Yeah. So Rich is right too. Yeah. So the first 4 is Rutgers, and I think the next one is Purdue. So this also, I mean, this would be a big game for Purdue too. I don't know how much it'll do for them just winning at home. It'll just be another home win for them. But Rutgers is the one that's closer, and I think this really means a lot to them because they're right there on the border. Rutgers doesn't allow a lot of threes. I think they're a pretty good matchup against Purdue on the glass. And even if Rutgers doesn't win this one, I think the 6 points is a lot, and I think Rutgers will, being that it's a revenge spot, it's a motivation spot for them. I think they'll keep it close to Purdue, if anything. So I'd like them to cover the 6 points here.
Okay, so Rutgers +6. For some reason, I wrote Butler. So Rutgers +6. Anything else? Or
that's it. And then the other 2 are from the premium, but I'll break down.
All right, let's go to the fun games. Our favorite team we like to bet against, Auburn, Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, so when I was doing my lines last night, I had this game as a pick'em. So there is kind of value with Auburn +3. But if you look at, actually, I pay for Ken Palm, which isn't a bad money to spend for a yearly subscription there, or the year subscription there. But Auburn ranks actually 6th out of all the teams in the luck category. So they're the 6th luckiest team in the nation. But they are 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games. And they just haven't played well over the past few games. Their defense has fallen off. But this is a big game for them because a win here and they could finish 2nd in the SEC. If they lose, they could finish 5th. And they miss out on that double bye spot. So, for them, I think they have a lot of motivation here to be able to get that double bye. So instead of being 5th and getting the single bye. But on the other hand, Tennessee, they've been looking good. They beat Florida at home last Saturday, and they beat Kentucky on the road on Wednesday. That's where we had that parlay that ended up going to crap because Kentucky lost that game. When they blew that double-digit lead. I think they had double-digit lead. It's also a revenge spot for Tennessee on the other side of this because, they were leading Auburn the last time they played, and Auburn came from behind and won that one. If I do strictly by the numbers, I lean towards Auburn +3. But I was actually looking at a different number. I was looking at the under here. It's 136.5, I think. And when I was looking at this, Auburn is 9-4 on the under in their last 13 road games, and Tennessee is 10-4 under in their last 14 home games. So I kind of like this game going under. I think it's a big point spread for both these teams, especially the way Tennessee plays at home. So, not picking a side, I'd kind of lean towards the under here if you wanted to play this game. But if you want to go this side, I guess Auburn getting 3 points on the road isn't bad. But I do not like betting on Auburn, so I will stay away from the side in that.
All right, I'm on an Auburn money line. I think they need to play together. They need to get some wins playing together.
Yeah, and again, like they could have the 2nd place. They can have a double bye if they just get a win here. So, they know that coming into this, that this And everybody wants that double bye, right? Because you just knock out all the teams that could possibly knock you out, and then you get to play like the remaining whatever 4 left, or you have a chance at the remaining 4 or whatever. But
Leipzig is doing a hell of a job just missing wide open shots. Leverkusen's up 2. Boy, was that quick. Havertz quick. Kai Havertz. Berlin's up 1. Stoke just scored to make it 1-0. There's such a ton of good games today. I mean, but fortunately, there's a ton of good games that are just questionable.
Like you got so I was looking at Nova and Georgetown too. That's a 12 o'clock game for early. I guess it all depends on the status of McClung and Yurtseven. I mean, they haven't been playing, so I don't know if they'll be starting in this game. They'll probably be out. But Georgetown is pretty much out of the tournament unless they win the entire Big East, which I doubt is going to happen, especially without those two, and those two haven't been playing. They are giving up the 13th highest 3-point scoring rate this season, and Nova is 10th in the country highest 3-point scoring rate. So if Nova gets hot from 3, they're pretty much going to blow Georgetown out of the gym. And that's pretty much Nova's strength too, is shooting the 3. So they should be able to shoot all over Georgetown, I think, especially if they don't have their 2 best players. So if you were to play this, I think Villanova getting the 7 is great.
No, I have Nova laying 7.
Or yeah, laying 7. Sorry, not getting laying.
Yeah, I can see that. I like the under 2 in that game. I just think I don't trust Georgetown to score 70 points. And I don't see Nova having any. With the Big East tournament right around it, they're not going to sit here and just try to lay them out. That's not going to be their goal. Right. So win, advance. That's what the mantra is for the next couple of weeks. Let's go Kentucky, Florida.
This one's a weird one because I'm definitely afraid that like Florida will smash them. But I wouldn't also be surprised if Florida did do that. Like it wouldn't be like, oh my God, Florida is actually, because they've been up and down. You never know what Florida team you're going to get. But I think, like if Kentucky had won that game against Tennessee, I would bet this game because there would be line value with Florida. But yeah, I don't know. This game could go either way. I mean, Florida should be able to shoot well from 3 in this game. They have the 3rd highest 3-point shooting rate in the SEC play. And Kentucky's actually giving up the 3rd highest 3-point scoring rate in SEC play. And if you go back to the last time they played at Kentucky, there was like a foul on Higgins, I think, on the block that he did on Nembhard. He should have been at the line, but instead he misses a bucket. Florida then fouls Kentucky. There shouldn't have been a cover in that game, but because of that sequence of events, there was. But I just can't bet this game. I know Florida beat Georgia easily on Tuesday. I think, it was Tuesday was that game. And then Kentucky lost to Tennessee. But I don't know. Anything could happen here. Florida could blow them out, or Kentucky could cover that 3 points. I don't really have a play on this, I guess.
Kentucky is first in the SEC, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, they are. I think so. Yeah.
The highest ranked SEC teams, so they've got to be.
They have the double bye and lock pretty much.
Yeah, that's my only question.
But I also think they just don't want to lose. You don't want to lose to Tennessee. You don't want to lose to Florida, and then it just sucks losing. It's not like nobody. Even when if you purposely lose or don't try, it's just not a good feeling to have to go play your next game knowing that you just lost to. So, I don't think they.
I mean, that's my question. To me, they're a borderline 1 or 2 seed. Right. I mean, they need to win the SEC. and then they need to finish out. I've watched this Florida team enough. I'm just the guys that should be stepping up for Florida. I don't see on a consistent basis, and the guy who actually I think is we'll just say Maryland, Abingdon, Hartford County's own Emmanuel Quigley has somehow found his shot. I mean, he's been great from three. He's been one of the things they needed. They needed a bit more outside shooting, and he surprisingly has been able to give it to them. I was kind of shocked at that, but yeah, I like Kentucky +3. I think it's a close game. I think it's enough where if you're giving me the points with the better team, I know they're not at home, but I'm not sure Florida has a whole lot to play for here either. So, except for just to see how good we are. So, and I don't see Kentucky lost versus Tennessee because that was the second half. The game got physical. I don't see this game really getting physical. I mean, you only got one guy who's really capable of that on this Florida team in Blackshear. And he's been up and down. Stoke and Hull already went over 3 in the first. Got to 3 goals in the first 18 minutes.
I need some goals in this Hoffenheim game.
Yeah, Celtic scores. Shocker. They were -1,000 to win that game. Leverkusen, I still see stuck at 2. I need at least 1 more goal. My play is over 3. I would really like a goal in this Leipzig-Wolfsburg game. I don't need 17. I just need 1 by the right team. And absolutely no goals in the Premier League. What a shocker. All right, let's move on from this. We've got Virginia Tech, Notre Dame. Do you favor any of these teams?
I'd see Notre Dame here. I think I like Notre Dame here. I'm not a fan of this Virginia Tech team, especially they're on the road, right? They're at Notre Dame.
They're at Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame at home here is probably a side that I lean to, but not a game that I'm looking to play with these two teams.
So does Notre Dame go to the NIT? Is that what your thought is?
Yeah.
Yeah. 18-12 record. I don't see enough big wins to really port them in. Let's talk about the other game where I skipped right over Baylor, West Virginia.
Yeah, so the narrative here is that West Virginia is close to the bubble, I think. And this is their big signature win to get into the tournament. So they're at home. It's a revenge spot. I really don't like the way Baylor has played since they lost to Kansas. They lost that game. Then they lost at TCU. They struggled against Texas Tech. They had to win that one in overtime. They're also 1 game back from Kansas. If they win this, I think they tie Kansas for the conference. If Kansas wins at Texas Tech. And West Virginia is better at home than they are on the road. Like, they're significantly better at home. And Baylor also has some big injuries. The last game against Texas Tech, Vital didn't play and Clark didn't play. Yep. So I don't know what their status is. I don't know if they're going to get Vital back or Clark. So that's also something that's in the air. But I'm also not sure how much this game really means to them. If they want to share the conference title, I guess, with Kansas. But West Virginia is the #1 offense and defensive rebounding team in the Big 12. So they should be able to control rebounding both on offense and defensive side, especially if Vital isn't there, because that's one of Baylor's big guys. So I would lean West Virginia. If Baylor loses this game, they would still be a 1 seed. But for West Virginia, this one plays more into their tournament seeding and hopes to get in. So it's a much bigger deal for West Virginia to be here. Basically, Rich just said what I just said. Yeah, what's Baylor's motivation here? The spot's pretty much locked. So West Virginia's at home. They burned me a couple times here, but that's also been them on the road.
Yep.
and they were playing Kansas at the time and at Baylor. So I kind of like them here in a revenge spot, a situational spot to help their tournament. This is a big win for them. This will get them right into the tournament if they can get this. So I would go with West Virginia -1.
Okay, I agree with that. Well, I have no issue with that. Well, we can take that. The Nets just fired Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah, I think I posted that to the chat, or maybe I didn't, but I took a screenshot of it.
That's just crazy to me.
What is the name of agencies that find a job?
All aboard for the West Virginia trap. Rich, does that mean you're on West Virginia, or are you taking Baylor?
He's taking West Virginia.
Okay.
They're giving you that -1, this big narrative situation. It's like it's a gimme. It's like you play West Virginia. You have to play West Virginia here, especially by the way Baylor's been playing too. They're 2 losses. They barely made it past Texas Tech. They have some injuries. This is everything points to West Virginia. All arrows are pointing to West Virginia.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right, let's go to our favorite team to get screwed by. Georgia +9 versus LSU. Well, Georgia's not. Here's my only question. Georgia's not making the tournament.
No.
So Anthony Edwards has maybe 4 games left if they run through the SEC championship.
Right.
How much does he give a damn in this game?
I honestly don't. I don't think. I would. I just think like 9 points a lot. 9 points is kind of a lot to lay with LSU.
Yep, we got our first goal from Preston, so that's 1 goal of the over 2.5 we need, and we were on Preston, so that's good. And we get a Sevilla goal, so all Atletico Madrid needs to do is at least get 1, and we at least push. Sorry, yeah, but Georgia's been 9, 10, 8.5.
Yeah.
Consistently. LSU has been up and down. Are they a real good team or are they a pretender? What's the deal? And they go on these roads where they lose 3 in a row. And anytime they play a decent team, you're like, I've lost so much with LSU. This game just kind of, to me, it screams stay away, stay away, stay away. But I know I won't. So
yeah, I mean, and also LSU, I think they're the 4th seed right now. So the top 4 seeds get double bye, so they need to win. I don't see them losing this game. I don't see them at all. The 9 points here, though. I could see them winning by 9 too. They got a pretty good offense there. But yeah, a win here will keep them in that double bye seed. So I don't see them losing this at all. They definitely want to win. Yeah, and like you said, Georgia is pretty much out of it unless they win the SEC. So I could also see LSU winning by 9.
As soon as I see that, I see Edwards basically shooting 3s, and which he can hit. There's no doubt about that. But I think the effort level is not going to be there.
Yeah.
So he's going to be playing not to get hurt. That's the only question I could see.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's my only question. But 9 points is a lot. I'm almost wondering if you take LSU first half.
Yeah, I would actually I think that's a better look there.
I think it's 4 or 5. Georgia's been blown out in multiple games on the road. I kind of like that look. I think I'm going to give that. That'll be official play. LSU first half. Let me see what I can get on that.
It's probably -4.5.
4.5, 5 is probably what I'm thinking. This one book sucks, so pretty much what I give, you're probably going to get better. Yeah, it's 5. I'm fine with that. I'll take LSU -5 first half. Rich is on West Virginia -1. That's a strong lean. We talked about Seton Hall. You're on that. UCLA, USC. I know you guys love this UCLA team. God, I watch this team and I feel like they don't know how to play basketball. I mean, but in the end, they end up winning. But I'm dead asleep by the time they actually.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to fade I guess everybody wants to fade UCLA coming off that big win against Arizona too, especially in this spot. But you know, they've literally played their way back into the tournament field. And in this matchup, especially against USC, they should be able to control the glass and the tempo of the game. They are number 1 in the Pac-12 in offensive rebounding rate. So, you know, when it comes to the boards, they're going to control that. They're going to be able to get those rebounds, put it back in the second shots. And if they win this game outright, they pretty much have clinched their spot in the tournament. So this a road win for them here would get them right into the tournament. So, you know, with that information, you can make whatever bet you want. But yeah, that's kind of where they stand right now. And USC has kind of fallen off. So, you know, they were doing good for like a little bit there. It's kind of like you gotta kind of ride the hot hand.
9 out of 10 wins. Yep. 9 out of 10 in this really weird Pac-10. Is anybody really any good?
I don't know. It's so weird, man.
I've been burned by USC so many times, though, too.
Every team in this Pac-12 has burned me at some point. They all burn me. Every night I bet on them. Every Thursday night I lose 2 units because I bet on them.
USC handled Arizona State well. They handled Arizona. They went on the road. They lost twice. Then they won. I mean, they've won their last 4 at home. They lost to Colorado at home, and that was demolished. I was on USC that game. And I don't know. I go back. I almost, since you're getting the points with UCLA, I'd almost say you have to do that. Chat asks anything for this Wolfsburg game. I'm not a big Peter Schick fan. When Timo Werner is not in the lineup, I'm not as happy. And essentially with Champions League next week, I wonder the motivation. I know Leipzig has had 2 really good chances to score. Unless you're getting a really, really good number on the live. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at live. I only have one arm here, so it takes me a while to find anything. Let me just see what we can get on. If we can get something nice, I would take it. But it won't shock me if Leipzig actually loses this game 1-0 the way this game's going. I'd be more interested in possibly getting on one of the Arsenal play, or something like that. That's 0-0 with the Premier League. Let's take a look at what we got. Wolfsburg, Leipzig.
Gaziantep. What's Gaziantep?
Hey, Earl DeCane. First time I've seen you in the chat. Thanks for coming in. Normally you would see my beautiful mug on, but because of other reasons, they're not. Crystal Palace takes the lead versus Watford, 1-0. Let's see, we got over 1.5 at -118. I will say there was enough chances to take that, but the only bet right now, if I was going to win this game, play, is either take next goal in regulation for Leipzig at +130. Or win the rest of regulation. Sorry, next goal is +100 or Leipzig +130. I don't see a lot of goals left in this game right now. I mean, or if you want to take a real shot and you really think Leipzig's going to have some chances, because they did have some chances, you have a handicap of -1 of Leipzig at +500. Actually, that's not a bad bet. I'm going to take that.
What are you taking?
Leipzig -1 at +500.
So Wolfsburg has 10 shots, 4 on target. Leipzig has 5 shots, 1 on target.
Yeah, but their shots, I'm watching the game. Their shots was like somehow missed from 5 feet out. You missed the entire goal. So I'm going to take, personally, I'm going to take an interesting double. I'll take next goal in regulation, Leipzig plus 100, and I'll take Leipzig -1 for plus 500. Well, I'm going to attempt to, unless my site crashes because it's being a jerk.
FanDuel took down all soccer games. I think their server crashed or something with soccer feeds, so they took it all down. It was acting all weird earlier.
Yeah. Well, how about that Celtics third quarter last night? God, was that disgusting. It's like neither team could figure out how to put the basket. We looked great at halftime to get the over, and then it was like, yeah, no one's going to really shoot. Here, let's let Grant Williams keep shooting. I've watched enough Grant Williams play to sit there and understand that he has zero reason to be in the league. None.
Grant Williams. Tennessee, right? He was Tennessee player last year.
6'4" guy is playing power forward. And you did also, like, the Pelicans did win, but if you notice down the stretch, Zion didn't touch the ball. The big cupcake basically did a great job just kind of standing there. And if you watched his games again, when he doesn't get to the free throw line, he has a very basic night.
Yeah.
When they're not getting 10, 12, 13 free throws a game, he's around 13, 14-point guy versus a 25, 35. So, hold on. Let me get. My stupid site is down. Crap! Right when I was placing the bet. What's going to happen is Leipzig's going to score. I know it. All right, let's move on to the next game. I hate dead air. Let's go to the fun game. I know you love to talk about it every single week. The powerhouse of powerhouses, Miami versus Syracuse.
That Miami team. Didn't Miami lose their they didn't lose him, but isn't he injured from were you watching that game last week or no? Or last time they played against, who were they? They were against Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they I think what happened was Miami's their point guard, is their guy Lyles on that team or something? Lloyd Lyles? What?
Likes.
Oh, yeah. He went down. He got injured early in that game. And Virginia won that by 2 points, I think, only.
Yeah.
So I guess depending on his status would depend a lot on this game. But I'm becoming a fan of Miami over. They've been playing well past couple games.
Oh, crap. Southampton just got a red card, so they're going to lose. Sheffield United is about to score. So that's Sheffield United up 1-0. Newcastle's going to take the lead on Southampton because of the PK.
Next team to score, Leipzig -110 live.
That's what I gave. Yeah, I got plus 100, but I got it if this stupid bet online ever wants to pop right back up here.
The fucking assholes took down all my soccer plays.
Come on,
Hoffenheim, get something.
All right, I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to do this over the cellular network.
Fucking soccer. God damn it.
I have the greatest thing. So my wife got me a new iPad. The new iPad crashes every 10 seconds. The old iPad that's like 8 years old never crashes.
Still runs. Yeah, but it runs like runs like a 56K modem basically.
No, not mine.
No?
It's actually I have no issues with it running. The issue I have is to me, there was nothing wrong with it. She just wanted to upgrade my iPad with some of the new pencil things and some of the other stuff, which is fine, which I really like. But this other one just crashes. Like website jumps on for 2 seconds and then just crashes. And it's like, you have a crash, and I'm like there, and I'm like, really? And you look it up and it's like, it happens. I'm like, what? That's not a reason.
Gaziantep.
All right. Win the wrestle regulation. Let's get that right now. Finally get something up.
Oh, I had both teams to score in the Leipzig game. That was my bet.
I know a lot of people like Fleetwood this week.
Tommy Fleetwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to the guys about that. I had him last week. Remember I showed you guys how I lost that he freaking on the 18th hole, he could have tied it up with Sung Jae Im, but instead he freaking hits it right into the water. And I saw it too. I knew it because I'm sitting there holding my bet in my hand, and he's the last person up. And it's like, and you just see him talking to his caddy, and he's going like this, like shaking his head. He's like pointing over there. He looks frustrated. I'm like, you know what that means? He's going to get up there. He's going to knock this ball right into the water. And that's exactly what he did.
That's not what you're looking for when you're about to take the shot. Newcastle goal was disallowed, so we're still alive, but Southampton has 10. Bayern Leverkusen scores again. That's 3. So
yeah.
The over 3. Atletico Madrid scores twice. The over 2 cashes easily. And that cashes in the first half in an Atletico Madrid game. That's beautiful. I just thought that was way too short on that line. So that is great to see. Yep. I just need Louisville to come through, and then I've closed that out with a Romero pick. All right.
Oh, you're going with Romero tonight, huh? You going with the Soldier of God?
You know what I'm doing with MMA.
I know.
I work to get both sides, but yes, the people that I trust most are on Romero. I know Dave is not, but I think he's got a good enough chance to win, and I will make sure I have something on Adesanya as well, but it just won't be as high. But yeah, I'll definitely. I think the value is there. I love Adesanya, and I've watched him.
Yeah, the value is definitely with Romero. I put Adesanya knockout round 3 plus 1,200 through like $25 on that.
Yeah. I don't get it. Most of my things I don't get any prop stuff. So
because I don't know if Romero's got the gas tank to go 5 rounds, because he comes out power, just all out power in the beginning, and
yeah. Someone could tell me the Leech fight got canceled, right?
The which fight?
Leech.
Yeah, I didn't see that on the.
I didn't see it on the card. So the guy I really trust was like, take Leech 4 units, and I'm like, okay, who? Because I don't see him available. So how do I take him?
I know a lot of people are on that. Joanna I can't even say her last name. I think
Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and there I think that's gonna be a great fight.
I think she wins.
I like the Asian girl, Wang Wheel.
Yeah, Weili Zhang. Weili Zhang. Yeah,
Weili Zhang. Yeah, I've watched enough. Again, like I said, my buddy sends me all these. Here's the fights you need to watch. This is what it's going to look like. Here's your go. Make your decision. But here's who I'm on. And again, there's 4 guys. I've explained this before that I trust in MMA. And all 4 seem to be on Weili Zhang.
On Weili Zhang,
so,
yeah. The lines are back. Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. We finally reloaded here, so we're looking better.
You said you have Arsenal?
I've got Arsenal money line. I might flip over and watch a little of this game. I've been just watching this Leipzig game.
Anything in Crystal Palace and Watford? Crystal Palace is up 1-0, but I don't know. Are they going to score more goals, or they're just going to...
Watford's not any good. Okay. I liked some of their players and individually, but they never seem to gel well. I mean, Ismail Assar, those you could say he was my FIFA darling for years. I love Ismail Assar. I like Delafeo. He was great when he was in Barcelona B. I thought he would do a lot better in the Premier League. Hasn't, but he's a very good, solid player. 1-on-1. We get another Freiburg goal here. So Watford has enough, and they were kind of a team that was on the rise. I mean, obviously they beat Liverpool last week, which was big. Sarr had a huge game. So if it's only one more goal that you're getting a chance on for Crystal Palace, like if there's an over 1.5, I would take that. But if I'm trying to get like an over 2.5, I'm not sure. I would take that unless I was getting like plus 300 or something like that. But this West Ham, I expected goals in this game, and it's not shocking that Arsenal hasn't really delivered that. But I think they're still trying to figure out who they are, getting into shape. So, all right, I am finally back up and running, partially.
Yeah, Rich. Texas minus 3.5 at home versus Oklahoma State. I mean, maybe it's a little inflated since Texas has just been thrashing everybody. They worked their way back into the tournament. But I can't bet this. I mean, like, I would kind of lean Oklahoma State because they do have a size advantage against Texas. And Texas is giving up the highest 2-point scoring rate in the Big 12. And I think Oklahoma's size gives them the advantage on the inside to be able to put up those 2 points against Texas. But yeah, it's kind of hard to bet against Texas in the role that they've been on, and especially they're at home. So I don't really have like a side on this or anything. But that's one part of the matchup, I guess, is that Oklahoma State does have a size advantage, and due to Texas's poor, they're giving up the most 2-point scoring rate in the Big 12. Gives more an advantage to Oklahoma State here. But
yeah, we go there. We've talked about the Virginia-Louisville game. I am on Louisville. They beat them by 7 at the house.
Because if you go back to Virginia's, they're on a 7-game winning streak. If you go back to that, all their wins were by 1 possession. They beat Miami by 1 point, 2 points, so 1 possession there. I don't think it's luck. I think they just play slow tempo and good defense. But Louisville, if they get hot from 3, they win this game. And I think getting Louisville +1 is a good play there.
My favorite play, and this was an official play, is Louisville over 115. They scored 150 last time at Louisville. I don't think they'll get 150, but I think we'll get 125, 130. I think this 115 is a joke. I look at this game, and also you're giving me 2 points with Louisville. Sorry. Better team, chance to win the title. I think they're going to end up splitting it with Florida State because I don't see Florida State losing to Boston College. But it's definitely there. We got a 4th goal. Leverkusen is all over Eintracht with the 4th goal. Celtic gets a 2nd goal. Sevilla ties up Atletico Madrid. Doesn't matter. We were on the 2 goals total. We've already cashed that. We got halftime at Sheffield United. QPR, Preston's stuck at 1. We need some more goals there. Aberdeen Dons are losing to Hibernian. But yeah, I look at that game. I'm sorry. I think 125, 130. I'd almost put 2 units. That would be a Fox play to me. I love this Louisville Virginia game. Probably need to look for something on the other thing because I was going to give that, but I got carried away. What about North Carolina, Montana State? I bet on North Carolina the other night, won with the +2.5.
Which North Carolina? A&T?
North Colorado.
Oh, North Colorado.
Yeah. Did I say North Carolina? Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I thought maybe you were talking about North Carolina A&T or something, or one of those teams. You bet on who the other night? Northern Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're better than everybody else in their division. They love to get up and down. They can score the basketball. They can shoot threes. Like that, they've 21-9. Definitely got a great shot here to make the tournament. just got to win out, of course, in all these smaller conferences. But yeah, I always see that as always huge motivation, and it's a 5.5 right now versus a lesser Montana team.
Yeah, let me see what I made that line at. So I made that line at 3. So I think if you're getting, what are you getting with Northern Colorado right now? Or you're getting,
You're giving
them you're giving -5.5.
Yep. So you think it's only 3? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Rich wants to know what were thoughts on Wisconsin, Indiana.
I mean,
I don't trust this Wisconsin team. Didn't a player just leave? I know a player just left Indiana.
A player left Indiana? I have to look at that. I think this game means a lot more to Indiana as far as like the Big Ten seeding or standings, and I guess the seedings for the NCAA like tournament, because like Indiana, I don't think wants to be a 10, 8, or 9 seed in the Big Ten tournament or in the NCAA tournament.
They're 19 and 11. They don't deserve to be either.
Right.
They should be happy as hell they're in it if they get in. I think they're a firm bubble team.
They're close to it, but I don't think I saw them as any like first 4 in or first 4 out or anything like that.
I never saw them on that.
I think they have it, and there's a revenge narrative here. For them too. They have the size advantage over Wisconsin. In my thing, I have Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin's given up the 3rd highest 2-point scoring rate in the Big Ten. I think Indiana's played well over the past few games, and they're at home. They have the size advantage. I think everything leans or leads to better. You either take Indiana or you don't play it, Rich. So I wouldn't lay with Wisconsin on the road in Indiana, though, especially with Indiana's size advantage, the revenge narrative. And the fact that they've been playing well, and they also, this for them, I think means a little bit more for their tournament seeding and staying into that NCAA tournament.
What's the line?
I think it's 2. When I looked at it this morning, could have moved, but it's Indiana -2. Well, it was.
It's at Indiana, though, right?
Yeah, it's at Indiana. I usually like the small favorite home team, like a -1 or a -2 at home. Yep.
So does San Diego State pull it off? This is their game.
Oh, they're against who are they
Utah
playing
State.
Today? Utah State. Oof. That's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're getting 5 of the Utah State in the conference tourney.
I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but I think Utah State +3 or whatever in the first half is probably a great line. I think San Diego State is getting into this habit of, trailing at the first half. And I think against a team like Utah State, they're definitely gonna be, they could definitely be trailing against in the first half. So yeah, Rich G said it too. Yeah, Utah State first half, I think +3 or +3.5 is the play.
Yeah, I like that. North Carolina Duke, I'm not even going to talk about it. I mean, if you're on this in any way, shape, form, you just take North Carolina +11.
Because that's what I was going to say too. If you're going to get it, you take North Carolina +11.
The only other thing you'd consider would be the over.
Yep. Carolina is 5-1 over in their last 6. Duke is 7-1 over in their last 8 home games. So all arrows point to the over.
Yep. Yale, Harvard. Oof. I've won a lot of money with Yale this year. This is the first time you get a really, really short line.
I kind of like Yale -1. I like this Yale team. They've been pretty. They have not. I think every time I bet them last night they won me. So they haven't let me down. So yeah, I mean, I'll take Yale -1 here. I think they beat Harvard.
Yeah, and then the fun game of the night, SMU, South Florida. This South Florida team has been cagey. They're just
They were playing good for they were playing really good for like a streak of like a week or two. I remember like 3 or 4 games back to back. Their defense pretty good. Yeah, but yeah, they have been streaky. Like then they kind of fell off from their form of what they were.
At home.
But they're at home. Yeah.
It's a pick'em game. SMU should be the better team, but they've lost a couple recently. I mean,
I think you would take South Florida at home.
Yeah, I think that's what you would have to lean to do. I will say there's 4,000 games, so it takes me like an hour to find this game.
I know. It's every time I scroll.
What about Butler Xavier?
So a couple things. It's senior night for Xavier. They're on the first 4. I think they're on the first 4 in list. They need to win this to clinch a bid, I think. They have the size advantage, and it's a revenge game. So all those things being said, you can make the decision on where that's going to go. And they're at home.
Yeah, so you have no real say on this game. Let's go Summit League Championships. One of the teams I like to play around with is South Dakota State. Jackrabbits versus the Mastodons. IPFW -7.5.
I don't know. Haven't really.
I will look at the seed. I'll get on that game probably at halftime to see what they're looking at. Okay. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of late games because Gonzaga didn't play Friday. They didn't play today, or did they go away? They must be playing on Sunday, but I don't know where.
Well, they had the double bye, right? No, they haven't started yet. I'm sorry.
They haven't started their conference tournament. Yeah. I mean, I'll be watching a lot of college basketball late up here.
I mean, the other game, kind of Stanford at Oregon. I think Stanford's getting 8 right now. Yep. I kind of like the under in this game. If Stanford beats Oregon, they're in the NCAA tournament. Their defense is still really good, but they've their offense has been like kind of middle of the road. They just don't get enough possessions. Oregon's also playing for the conference title, I think, here. So, this game I kind of like the under here. I guess if you wanted to pick a side, I would lean with Stanford +8, only because of Oregon's injuries. They're missing a couple guys right now. So,
what is up with that team? They went from a contender to a pretender to.
It's because they're missing the 2 guys that they have out on injury. It's kind of like hurt them, so everything just falls on Pritchard to do all the work. And a couple times that they've lost, he's just gotten into foul trouble and he's had to sit out. And then when he sits out, that whole team just collapses. Nobody does anything. So he's kind of like the Gillespie of Nova for them too. It's like as soon as he goes out or he's got to sit out, then the team just collapses.
Yeah. All right, let's talk Turkey here. A little bit of NBA action. There's no Westbrook tonight for the Rockets. That's why they're only an 8-point dog versus Charlotte. Ben McLemore will get the start. Telling you right now, take PJ Washington and Robert Covington props. Covington had an absolute terrible day versus the Clippers. But I think he bounces back here. They've been putting that PRA around 20, which is almost free money. Come on, Schick.
Yeah.
Oh, what a save. What a play by the defender. Came back in, took it away. He was about to get a one-on-one. Sorry. So
Oh,
take that.
nice. It's
PJ
1-1 and
Washington's been playing fine. Another fun thing to take versus the Rockets, and I continually take it, is take block shots. I take block shots versus the Rockets, and I take block shots versus Zion. Anytime you play the Pelicans, I take block shots. Adebayo Cash needed 2 shots to cash a plus 130. He had 4 last night, so that was easy money. Utah, Detroit, once again, another 8 points. Utah on a back-to-back. If Brevin Knight is out, this is going to be huge, because Knight, be honest, Brandon Knight has been the only guy who's been really kind of playing and scoring for them. Other than that, they've got nobody really who you can count on. You got Denver, Cleveland minus 9.5. I'm done betting anything with Denver over 6. This team barely tries in most games. The only thing is Cleveland's got 9 guys on game time decisions. So who's playing for Cleveland doesn't matter. Right now, it looks like Dellavedova, your starting shooting guard. So if Thompson is out of that game, that's the only reason to look at that. Nothing to look. You might take the under in Utah at 211. That looks like a good play. Atlanta, Memphis. Atlanta. Trae Young didn't play last night. They made a ferocious comeback towards the end, only to basically try to screw me in 7 ways by 1 point last night. I wasn't really happy. Philadelphia, Golden State. I'm on the Curry bandwagon here. I'm going to take Golden State at home again. Curry playing his second game. You're getting +2. Green may play. Everybody, the 3 top players are out for Philly. I take the Dubs here to get a win here at +2. Sacramento, Portland. We're just passing that game. There. I am trying to get some latest XFL news. I've got some obvious things I like. Keep in mind there is no Landry Jones for the Dallas Renegades tonight. So it could be very interesting trying to find any type of scoring whatsoever in that game. So if you look at the games tonight, you're going to have New York, Dallas. New York's the worst team in the league. Going against Dallas without their quarterback. The line's set at 7. Personally, I still think Dallas finds a way to cover. But I definitely agree with KG on the under 37.5. I think that'll be definitely a good look as well. What's the other game that's tonight? Oh, it's the blowout game. As I told you several weeks ago, the Houston was the best team in this league. They are now being priced like it. You're getting 13 points. Nobody's worth 13 points. I think the Seattle team can probably stay within 13. That's not anything I like. I did like it when it was over 45. Now it's over 46. I think you start to go to the iffy line or look to play that live. It's surprising they're giving you XFL live. That is kind of surprisingly. For the late games, I can't tell you about the Vipers Wildcats because that'll be a premium play. St. Louis, the DC Defenders. Everyone is going to jump off this DC Defenders bandwagon, but they're back at home. I'm just going to play the over. I know a lot of people are on the under. I'm going to play the over. I think Cardell Jones comes back at home, gets a little thing. The only issue is if you weren't listening to the news, Cardell Jones in the middle of the last game yelled at his coach, said, "We need to get better receivers in here. These guys can't catch. Give me somebody else." Yeah. So whether they really would like to play for Cardell Jones is going to be very interesting to see. So in a developmental league, that's not what you want to hear from your quarterback. Rich Scott's his LA picks. He's like LA -2.5. I'm not taking LA until I see Carter is actually going to play. He looks like he should. The only question I Truesdale back. Tampa Bay's team's different. Aaron Murray is ready to play. So if Cornelius falters, but Cornelius has been looking good as well. Like I said, I do got 2 plays in that game, so there's something I definitely do like. Rich is going with the DC for the 3rd game in a row. We'll see if they let us down. He agrees with me on the over in that. Houston, Seattle, first half over 122. I could definitely see that. I didn't even look at first half plays. That's a really good long. I like that, Rich. I definitely favor that if you're looking for something to bet on. MMA. Here's what I like from my guys. This is pretty much what I'm sticking. As always, I'll tell you I'm not an MMA capper, but there are people I believe in and people I go with. So when we look at MMA, I am on. We already talked about. I'm on the wheelie lady for the chick fight, the co-event. I'm taking my stab at Romero. I know enough guys are on it, but I think it's almost 3-1. Adesanya wouldn't shock me if he wins, but I think Romero definitely has a chance to win. The punching parlay, and I'll shout out to them if you're in there, is O'Malley, Vieira, and Madsen. But that barely pays a unit. I like Drager Close at plus 150. I think he gets it done. I've got 3 of the 4 guys that I like are on Close for 1. And that is the only play. I've got split people on Max Griffin fight, so I'm staying off of that. What are you on MMA? Anything different? I don't have anything on the other chick fight, and another on Jingying Lee, whoever that guy is.
For me, no. I mean, I also have a friend who just like sends me his picks. The ones that he just told me to take was Alex Oliveira, Mark Madsen, and then just those 2 really. And then he said Welly Zhang. So those are the 3 that he sent me.
Yeah, that Oliveira Griffin fight, I've seen both sides, so I'm not really sure who comes out into play.
And then he said maybe Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, that's part of the punching parlay of the 3 high winners. Oh, Leipzig just can't find the net. I'm going to see what we can get in this Arsenal fight. I'm going to watch this Arsenal game for a while. Arsenal just missed a chance.
Trying to figure out. There's a 12 o'clock game between Arkansas State and Louisiana Lafayette. I don't want to get on that, but
in what way? I know there was a lot of games canceled. Chicago State got canceled. UMKC got canceled. Do you know why these games were canceled?
No. I don't think. I guess it's coronavirus.
Yeah, I worry about the coronavirus just killing the whole tournament.
That would suck.
Especially in a year that like you've got
or they'll just play them. They won't play them without crowd. So just imagine like just a basketball game with nobody in there, and you're watching it on TV. There's just no crowd. That's crazy.
I'm still waiting for the first sport to get the first pro case. Now, granted, here's the one thing everyone's got: the mass majority of the coronavirus things are mild.
Yeah,
a lot of people have probably already had the coronavirus and don't even know.
I think I just had it. I have it right now. No, I'm serious. Like I had like a sore throat and like mucus and sneezing and all the other fever, cold, flu symptoms, whatever, for like the past 2 days. So
yeah, that's the problem. It looks just like the flu. So you'd be like, all right. Let's see what we can get. Arsenal draw no bet. Oh damn, they still have that.
Yeah, if you guys don't see me active on the Discord in about 2 days, then you know it's Corona. I didn't realize it. It's like
all right, I'm looking at these stats here for this Arsenal game. I'm watching it for a couple minutes. Arsenal's on the doorstep. I think that right now you can get Arsenal live at minus 118. I'm going ahead to take that. They've come straight down, had 2 great opportunities. I'm going to go ahead and take it. I think even the books are looking because it's now back to minus 120. But I'm going to take Arsenal live at minus 120. Oh, you stupid thing. I swear, if you put accept any price change, it should accept any price change. Just let it go through. Wolves are at 0-0. Boy, they don't think the Wolves are going to do anything. You got the draw and the Wolves win at the same exact number right now.
Final Four experience, game day. Baylor, San Diego State, Dayton, Seton Hall, Florida State. 1 and 2 seeds according to Joe Lenardi. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, that tells me right there to pass. I like Joe Lenardi there, but when he does a great job picking the 64 teams, 65 teams, he does not do a great job picking the winners.
No, not at all. He doesn't do good at the winners at all. Yeah, I mean, if you let me pick 64 teams, I could probably get you there too. Dayton, number 3 in the AP poll, highest since 1956. Highest seed in the NCAA tournament was a 4 seed in 2003.
Well, you got a top 5 pick. Oh, Arsenal right on the doorstep. Oh.
Those teams, Arsenal, Chelsea, they always, at least I took Liverpool this morning in a parlay. But
I've got, you'll love this one. I had Liverpool and I had Bournemouth plus 1.5.
Oh, lets you do that in the same game? FanDuel doesn't allow you to do that.
Yep. Pepe right on the doorstep. Goalie's hip made the save. This site's sucking today right now for live bets. I'm trying to get on old Arsenal to win the game, but we'll see if this ever goes through.
Oh yeah, guys. So the money line parlay of the day is going to be at the long shot. Well, not a long shot, but it's a decent shot parlay. Is Seton Hall money line, UCLA money line, Texas Tech money line. Should get you about should get you about, I don't know, I think 35 to 1 is what I got.
So you're taking the teams that play teams that have nothing to play against.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
Arsenal's going to score here in the next 10 minutes if you're not on this. It's just constant. You
think so? All right, I'll get on it.
It's constant pressure here. Another cross. They look like they've picked up their game here.
Get on this right now.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, right. And
I think they're stalling because they know Arsenal is literally on the doorstep.
All right, so it was announced.
Stepped over the ball.
McClung and Yurtseven are both out for Georgetown, so Nova should smash them.
They should dominate. All right, so we are already on first half Nova. On the play. Let's get it out. Get it out. Come on. Come on. Damn, you're going so damn slow. The worst thing ever with Bet Online when it comes back, you put your bet all the way in and it goes, oh, now you're not logged in.
Oh, yeah, after they time you out.
Yeah. Oh, race first the keeper. Keeper won. Let's go. So I think all live bet slips should go and say, hey, the number changed. I have some that basically say, no, you have to cancel, reselect, and repick the line. No, it should just change the line.
Yeah.
Here, then you decide yes or no. Do you want it? Yes. All right, cool. We finally got the Arsenal bet in. Let's hope that comes through.
All right, let's see here.
QPR and Preston are still locked at 1. Leeds gets their second goal. They look like they're going to win that one pretty nicely.
Yep, that Villanova line's like skyrocketing up right now. Damn.
Well, it's always that. As soon as someone just drops the wood, and it's like I still have it 8.5.
No, it wasn't even that before. It was like in my book it was 7.5.
I've always had it at 8.5. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. And you said we're on Rutgers +5 at home versus Purdue. Damn, that game scares me.
Yeah, and then the money line parlay: UCLA, Texas Tech, and Seton Hall.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. What other changes? What else is the chat on? NBA told team to prepare to start playing games with no fans. Yeah, I think you're going to do that. But what's going to happen when the first athlete comes down? Whether it be soccer, whether it be basketball, whether it be football, I mean, someone's getting it. What an absolute save by Arsenal there. Goalie just wadded it with one hand because he was completely leaning the opposite way, threw up his right hand, and just volleyballed it back. So that wasn't really looking good there. We almost lost our bet in the first 10 seconds. All right, let's see what's happened in the Leipzig game.
Is it Arsenal still 0-0?
Yeah, Arsenal still 0-0. Leipzig still 0-0. I could easily see this game ending 0-0. Unfortunately, it's at 87 minutes. This is not what I wanted to see. Oh. I take the over 3 or I take the under 3? I took the over 3. That sucks.
Let's go. We got 30 minutes left in this Arsenal game.
And we got some interesting 12:30 games in for soccer. We've got Dortmund versus Gladbach. I really want to see the lineups before I make any decision on that. You got Tottenham versus Burnley. Chef is on Burnley here, draw no bet. I actually think Tottenham gets it done. I think they get a win here. Barcelona, Real Sociedad. Again, got to see lineups. Anytime you have Champions League on Tuesday, Wednesday, you've got to see do those teams really have anything to play for? What's the advantage for them to come through here?
Yeah, I really like that South Carolina look too.
You're just liking look after look after look. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna have 67 bets, and your Leipzig is own the second half. We're on the right thing. They just
can't put it together. They can't.
No, they got 7 shots, 1 on goal, 65% possession. I mean, they've owned this half. You just need to get there. I was gonna say, what a dumb play. Center back carries it 40 yards, takes on a player, and then makes a piss poor pass. He does. Oh, crap. Narrowly misses the left post for Wolfsburg off the steal. Ugh. That was your chance there if you were Wolfsburg.
Yeah, I had BTTS in that one, but it's not going to hit, so have to move on from that. I had a Turkish.
Leipzig with a cross. Leipzig with a cross. Dude, cross the damn ball. You're in the box. Got another guy trailing. Leipzig going to set up a corner here. Oof. That was a really good chance. Leipzig are not great at corners. This is where possibly Patrick Schick could actually do something. Timo Werner, he's on. That's nice. Didn't see they made the switch. Drop back out. Easy play out of the box. Wolfsburg And you made a really dumb foul when you had another guy backing him up. No reason to make that foul. No reason. The ball got away from him. The center back was going to get it, and the guy behind him just decides to knock him down. No reason.
The guy's an asshole.
I hate that play. I know why you do it, but it's for the most part, you're just like, really? Make the guy go 40 yards. He has another guy to beat. If you're the last defender, okay, I understand. If you're not the last defender, play defense.
All right.
Let's see here.
Sharks' money line parlay. Oh, there we go. In.
Wolfsburg's going to get a free kick here. Chance to put it into the box, and that'll be about it. We're 3 minutes left to stoppage time. Oh.
Shit. This guy that I follow was on Arsenal West Hampton draw. Hoping for the Hammers score first if there has to be a goal. Shit.
I'm waiting on Virginia Louisville over. Rich, why are you waiting? I think that game goes over. I think it goes way, way over. You think it's going to be bet down? Are you betting down under 115 when the last game was 152? I'm not getting that, but okay. He's sometimes better than me, so I have no problem with that. Oh, here we go. Leipzig with the last gas here. Yeah. I was going to try to put the ball in the box. That's a terrible. Oh, God, was that terrible. Tried to put the ball in the box, and he missed it by 10 yards. Oh, mine moved to 114.5. Okay. Yeah, if you can get a lower number and you think the number's moving in your favor, yeah, definitely.
That Georgia LSU over might also be a good look too. Those two teams LSU plays no defense. Neither one of them do, and they just freaking go at 800 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's going to be the way of how they shoot. That's going to be the question. Schalke and Hoffenheim are tied 1-1. Hertha and Warder are tied 2-2 when Warder was up 2-0.
Werder Bremen.
Bremen. Everyone forgets the R. They like to say Berman, but it's not Berman. It's okay. Number one on SBR says Savisha. I'm still trying to find where the CH is, but that's okay.
Fuck, I should have taken that over 2.5 and
Get it back to Werner. Get it back to Timo Werner. There we go, Timo. Cross. Denied. Corner. Here we go. 30 seconds. Let's go. Aberdeen scores a goal, ties it up. That's because Hibernian has one as he has a red card. Leverkusen stops the misery 4-0.
Come on, Arsenal, you cucks.
Yeah. Come on, Leipzig, get this corner. This will be it. He's got a shot, and it's a save. Off the corner. Like I said, I don't like Patrick Schick. He got his head right on it. Boom, right in the middle. Goes for far corner. Looks like it was going to be out anyway. But doesn't get enough wood on it. It's a nice diving save by the goalie, and that should end it. Schalke Hoffenheim ends up in a draw. Leipzig, do they give him one last gas here? Across the midfield, still 20 seconds. Chance here. Don't drop it back to the center back. Oh, come on. Timo Werner in the middle. Come on, get it to the wing. Get the ball in the box. Oh, that's a terrible cross. How do you lay it off when there's 10 seconds left? Dude, you got to understand time and score. That's not the time to lay it off. QPR gets a goal. That's 2 goals. We need 1 more. Got about 30 minutes left, so that's not too bad. We got time. All right. Leipzig draws 0-0.
That sucks.
Yep. We got 35 minutes in this Arsenal game. Wolves are 0-0. What number in the line can we get on Wolves? Oh, what else we got here? Lacazette. West Brom, Swansea. The game's at 0-0. That sucks. It's going to be a loss. What do we got, Wolves? Wolves are the favorite. Is the draw at 0-0? Oh, we got a VAR check.
The VAR.
Oh, it's a question for handball. No penalty. Leipzig, gorgeous cross by Arsenal, just nobody around.
340. So if I do that.
All right, Wolverhampton win the rest of regulation. No, that's not a good number. What do we got for QPR? Dun, dun, dun. What do we got live here? The price has not changed. This has got to be the worst betting slip ever created. Arsenal with another chance. Nobody in the middle. Good thought. Just nobody was there. This is definitely one-way traffic. Oh, what a terrible pass.
Is Bradley playing today? Why didn't I see Bradley?
I didn't see Bradley. I don't think they play today.
Is that a canceled game?
I'm waiting for the lineup here, Yellow, on Dortmund.
No, they do. Oh, that Drake versus Bradley game is going to be good. Drake is hot right now.
In about 10 minutes, I'll get the lineup for Dortmund to see what's there. You got to remember, Dortmund's got a championship game coming up, which they're playing PSG, and PSG got their game postponed today, so you're definitely going to get a fully healthy PSG team in France if the game goes off on Tuesday. So, yeah, you hit the Leverkusen, the over 1.5. That's great. And that was easy money. They came ready to play today. Good for you.
Rich, you've been on fire with those second half lines there, aka Low Shack. So hoping to see a couple of those from you today.
Yep. Second half lines sometimes are the best side. I love second half lines in NBA. And then you flash me.
Yeah, you're the rain man on those.
You flash me a 106, a 102, and I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on here. Like everything, they don't always work, but it's definitely there. Like if you look at the Boston line, that was like, really?
2 players on Nebraska have been suspended. So,
well, Nebraska's losing games by like 16-17, so I'm not sure that
it really matters.
When you're losing by 17 with them on, I mean, do you lose by 21 now? I mean,
I like that TCU -1. LSU.
He didn't touch him. He didn't touch him.
Kelly in Vegas just posted, I like West Virginia in this spot. Also lean towards the under. Baylor doesn't quit, but neither does the West Virginia press.
I get the same thing every time I watch this Baylor team. Can they make shots when it counts? I don't see it. I don't see them going far. I don't see there. West Ham's got a kick in a dangerous position here off a phantom play because he missed him entirely. He fell down like he hit him, but Ozil missed him. Leno comes out, makes the easy save. All right, and away we go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, terrible pass. Come on, look to your left. All right, we got a head injury in Arsenal, so they're going to come look at Guendouzi. He's up. Let's see, does he hit his head? Oh, no, the goalie just punches his head. And we got a third round knockout at 10 a.m. No. All right, he's up. He's looking at his head. Is he bleeding? No, none of these big bloods where they got to wrap his head like he's a war veteran. All right, in 5 Premier games, this is why some people hate the Premier League. There have been 2 goals.
2 goals?
2 goals in the 5 games that are playing right now. Crystal Palace is up 1. Sheffield United is up 1. Everybody else is scoreless.
Damn it. I hate it when these guys from freaking Barstool they just posted their bets and they're similar to mine and they all lose all the time. Like, fuck. Maybe they'll have a good day today. Can't lose every day.
Isn't Barstool kind of a joke site?
Yeah. I mean, like, but they have like competition. There's a couple guys there, and well, the worst one, the Stool Presidente. He's like Barstool president. He's like the worst record out of all of them. I think he's like 10 and like 50 in his picks. So he's the guy to definitely fade if you ever see his sports picks. But they put out picks. They actually, I think they have a talk show where they talk about the picks. I don't know how like serious they are, but
yeah, we got QPR just picked up a red card here, so we just need one more goal from Preston. Hopefully we could get it since the other team only has 10 men.
QPR has 10 men?
Yep.
Should I smash Preston right now with like a full unit here?
Can you get it?
I can, I think.
I definitely would take it. Mine, it's frozen. And it just jumped to minus 400.
Mine, I have plus 125 for Preston.
I'd take it.
Yeah? All right. Done and done.
All mine are completely frozen.
Love FanDuel. They're fucking behind on everything. No idea what the hell's going on.
We got another goal in Celtic. They beat the crap out of St. Marine. It's 4-0. They were minus 2.5. It's tough to take a team minus 2.5 goals. No matter what is happening. It's just tough to take a team.
Come on, Preston, you fuckers.
Oh, is he onside? Stop laying the damn ball off and shoot. I hate it when guys lay off they get the ball in the box in a good position, turn and shoot. Instead, they're going to lay off to the 4 people. Okay, that guy fell down. Try to get a call. Come on, this is not the World Cup. So the higher stakes, those guys fall down like they've been shot.
Come on, they're down 1 guy. Let's pile it on.
Pile it on. Let's just take the lead. It's 1-1.
Pile on the shots. Just as many as you can get until it goes in.
Yeah, if I had a high-end team, that's essentially what I would say. Look, I play rebounds. Unless you can pass, you can get the pass there. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, play rebounds. There's more positive things that can happen than us trying to lay it off 7 times to pick up a goal. All right, let's see if we've got it's 11:32. We should have the Dortmund lineup out. We'll go first to the Spurs lineup. Spurs lineup is not out yet. Dortmund lineup is not out yet. Though we know Marco Reus is, of course, out. We know Hummels and Delaney are probably not going to play. Thuram's not playing for Gladbach. That's big. Now, it's funny when I look at things and I see illness, I automatically think they're in trouble.
Corona?
No, illness.
Yeah.
We get illness. Hull finally scored a goal, so that easily went over. It's over 3. So it's 4-1. They're getting their ass kicked. Southampton surprisingly survived with 10 guys, still at 0-0. Ugh. Yeah, BetOnline took all live props down for Preston.
Yeah, they're smart. I don't think anybody's working at FanDuel, so they haven't figured it out yet. They're just giving you plus, like On Point has plus 144. I love it when they don't when they don't know what the hell's going on in a game.
Yep.
It was like I was actually listening to, so there was like this one tennis match that was going on. I didn't bet it, just because I wasn't around, but when I watched a recap of it, they scored?
Arsenal! Offsides.
No.
Are you kidding me? Where's the play? Was it the first pass or the second pass?
Why do they have a Persian carpet?
Oh, he is clearly offsides. Both of them are clearly offsides. Actually, no, he's on.
Remaining teams yet to receive a bid: NC State, Memphis, Indiana, Richmond.
The guy's offsides. He doesn't touch the ball. He gives himself up. This should be a goal. The other 2 guys, but if he gives himself up, as long as he's not in the goalie view, he's on. This goal should count. There are 2 guys in offside position, but they both back up as soon as the ball is played. And they don't become part of the play at all. This goal should stand.
Sean, we got a dislike here, according to Twatty.
We got a dislike? Who was the dislike? The one guy who came in for 2 seconds and I called out?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Dislike is still a point. As long as you say something, then you still register. I mean, we're not like we're at thousands of likes here. I'm not going to go crazy and say, oh, someone gave us dislike. Oh, no. Oh. Or is this Twatty trying to give me my 3-hour rant? It's 3 hours into the show, so then I've got to go off in my opioid rant.
It happens on other shows, so, you know.
We don't mind those because I can go back and watch that, obviously.
Yeah, it's actually insane, but
this goal should count. There's no doubt this goal should count. By a foot, it should count. Here comes the decision. He's going to walk away from the guys.
Rich goes, someone came in thinking it was a
goal! It counts! Arsenal takes the lead 1-0.
Yes.
So 1 live play. We're up right now. Someone came in, think this. Yeah, that's great, Rich. Chef and the Fox, cooking with friends.
Yeah, cooking up winners. That's what we do.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. Oh, damn, that really hurt my hand. Yeah, it was very interesting. The two guys on the outside are both offsides, and their offsides are like 10 yards. The only good news they do is those two guys don't get involved in the play, and they never touch the ball. So, yeah, one thing we hadn't talked about is MLS. If you haven't looked at it, Joseph Martinez tore his ACL. If you have any futures plays on Atlanta United, you could probably throw them in the trash. Because that's not happening. What's the other game that just got a goal? Newcastle finally breaks the deadlock with Southampton having 10 guys. So that's going to piss me off. But Wolves are looking to piss me off anyway, so it gets better. I just need Arsenal now to hold on. We'll win the live bet, and we'll win the pregame bet. So if we look at the MLS, you got New England versus Chicago Fire. Chicago Fire playing a rookie coach in there. I like New England to win the game. FC Dallas should win the game versus the Montreal Impact. Inter Miami versus DC United. That game's a pick 'em. I'm not sure this DC United team. Without Rooney, it's going to be all on Acosta, and I don't see it. I love this New York City FC getting a draw double chance, getting that half goal. I think that comes through. Without Joseph Martinez, Atlanta United still minus 1.5 goals. Without seeing what's going to happen, yeah, they're still talented. They still got some really good players, but they lost one of their best midfielders through free agency to DC in January. So, holy cow. Well, the good news is we got the over 2.5. The bad news is the third goal came from Preston. Came from QPR. QPR is winning 2-1.
It's worth a shot. Anytime you get a team that's down 10 players, the other team, and you're getting plus something with that other team, you have to take that.
I agree. You have to take it. It just pisses it off to the over 2.5.
Yeah, those QPR games, those are always going 2.5 every freaking Saturday. I should put my 401k on it and just fucking 2.5, 2.5, 2.5.
Yep, definitely. That's generally the way it goes. That pisses me off.
Yeah, if you guys know nothing about soccer, if you just see QPR on a Saturday, whoever they're playing, just get the over 2.5, whatever you got.
Yeah, for the most part, that does generally come through. Let's look at this Dortmund lineup. It's got to be out by now. Let's see what we got. We got the lineups.
Jump on Sophia Kenin live here.
Holland is playing. Hazard's playing. Brandt's playing. So Jordan Sancho is benched. So that's probably just to curtail his minutes to get ready for the Champions League next week. Witzel plays. Hummels, Piszczek, and Zagadou are your defenders. Hakim is going to play. He's going to play right wing.
Yeah, hit it. Go. Nice. That point, Kenin.
Play a new hospital play. Stendel will play. Mbalo doesn't start for Gladbach. Thuram, who we expected to be out. Actually, he's on the bench.
Fuck Van Utrecht.
With this current lineup, I'd lean Dortmund plus the 105. Actually, I'll make that official play. We'll take Dortmund plus the 105. I think they get it through. Rich is on Harvard, first half plus 1. Oh, deaf to you, Rich. Deaf to you, Rich. Just playing. Dele Alli gets the start at center forward for Tottenham. That's a different lineup. Bergewijn will play on his wing. Eric Lamela will actually start. He'll play on left wing. Lacelso's bench today. Harry Winks is bench today. Lucas is bench today, which is shocking. But again, Champions League will do that to you. Sebastian Haller hurt his ankle. He's the forward for West Ham. We look at Burnley's lineup. Wood plays. There's Pope still in goal. I don't know. Like I said, I think Tottenham gets it done. I think the game is low scoring. I think the under 2.5 is probably your best bet in this game. I think Tottenham gets it done. That's the way I lean. We have Midgetland later today. I'm on Midgetland. It's minus 145. It's a little juiced. I've got a Naka.
Midgetland?
Yep.
Okay.
Midgetland. What else we got later today? We've got the Gent Charleroi game.
Fuck.
I'm on Gent. We talked about Louisville. I'm on our house over Silkeborg on Monday. Damn you, Preston. Damn you. How do you give up a goal? 10 men.
Indiana, Trace Jackson Davis listed as a starter. Nice. In. All right.
Oh, let's go, Arsenal. That's a 2-on-5. Hold it up. There you go. Get it to the middle. Take your shot. It's wide open. Take your shot. Nope. Let it go away from you.
Take your shot.
Are you kidding me?
need this.
QPR scores 2 goals with 10 men.
That other Preston should just be embarrassed. That's embarrassing.
That's terrible. The other thing is, like we've talked about this 100 times, that the Championship League will let you down. It will let you down.
Come on, Kennan.
Preston's in 6th place.
Come on. Hit it on the outside. Just got a bum ankle. Fuck.
In a playoff spot, because they do the top 6 teams will play in a playoffs. Like I talked about, like all leagues should do that. That's just, and then those top 6 teams just play against each other. And for that third and final spot to go to the Premier League. So, sorry, not your top 6. Your 3 through 6 teams will play off, and then whoever wins the playoff is the third team that's added to the Premier. So Preston's in a spot, one point up versus a 12th place QPR team, and you go and you give up 3 goals, and 2 of them are when you had 10 guys.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then we talked about they'll let you down. Your leader is West Brom, which I told you they're not winning it. I don't know how. They're going to find some way to screw up. They're at 0-0 today. Fulham drew 1-1. So Leeds will take the lead on their win 2-0. We talked about money placing a future on Fulham, who's moved up to 3rd. Oh, gosh. Got some college basketball getting ready to kick off. We got about a Rapid Viana goal. Come on, get back. Come on, good save. Come on, get the ball out.
All right, I looked at this long enough. I'm taking Arkansas State plus 3.5 here.
Arkansas State plus 3.5?
Yeah, it's coming up in 15 minutes.
All right, I'll jump on that.
Kentucky, Ashton Hagans will not play today for personal reasons. Take Florida.
But that means Quigley starts.
Yeah.
You said Arkansas State?
Yeah, Arkansas State.
That's an added line, isn't it?
An added line?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Lower conference, you can't
Oh,
parlay.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, your book doesn't allow you to parlay it? That
Doesn't allow me
sucks.
to parlay anything that's an added line. Like small
South
conference.
Dakota State. That's always been a moneymaker there, Rich G.
Well, I love South Dakota State. I just don't love that 7.5.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
The Jackrabbit power, baby. All right, we're going with my cohorst. I will say I do have the tendency, whatever you guys put in the Discord, whatever you guys put in the premium play, it's like I must play. I gotta have faith. I gotta go with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow Midlands tomorrow. I apologize. Yep. If we're telling people to put it, we're definitely gonna have to take a gander on it. Sorry for last night. Boy, did that suck. I had 9 in a row and then lose 2 in a row. That just sucked.
It happens.
Yeah, I know. There's some yelling going on downstairs in my house. I'm taking my son did not do his work like he was supposed to.
Mom's yelling at him?
Yep. There. All right, we are in the 92nd minute. We need 3 minutes to cash this Arsenal. Wolves and Brighton are going to be 0-0. All right. You want to know the other good news on this? If I cash this?
What?
This basically closes off 2 parlays. Gives me both sides of the Tottenham-Burnley game. And then gives me another piece because I took West Ham +1.
Oh, so you'll be good to go.
Yeah. And it'll make up for the earlier losses of some of the earlier plays, yes. Damn, I was going to look at that.
Yo, I'm so pissed about that Australia game last night. So I passed out on the couch because I was sick and I took medicine. But then I woke up at 12 something, and I was all groggy. And I looked at my phone. I was like, let me put this bet in for the Australia, the over 2.5. And then I don't know what happened. I think I must have passed back out again.
So it never went through?
Yeah, it never
Both
went.
games went over 2.5.
I'm so pissed.
I took the over in the Western United game, and I took Sydney draw no bet. Sydney started off down 1-0. Yeah, my medicine wore off around 4 o'clock, so I pulled it in right around the 20th minute mark and watched the rest of it from there. But and then Sydney scored 4 straight goals to win 4-1. So then I have them closing off with Dortmund here.
I like those overnight Australia games. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean Sydney's the best team in that league. They're a team, and you can get them drawing no bet. I mean, they basically played the second half team and second place team, and their skill level. Watched the 2 games they played Victory, not City. Second place is City. Their skill level is so much superior to Victory. A lot of people like Perth Glory. I'm not a Perth Glory guy. They lost a lot of guys in the transfer window. They're still good for that league, but they're not as good as Sydney. Sydney's going to run away with that league and pretty much already has. Anytime you can get Sydney in a -1 and it's a favorable number, I would take it every week.
Okay.
They're generally not a huge over team, but yeah, oh crap. Arsenal's going to give up a free kick here, chance to put the ball in the box. Sheffield United wins 1-0. Game's official. So we're going to have 2 games with red cards in the early bit. Then both of them are going to lose that had the advantage. We're going to have a kick from probably about 40 yards out. Looping ball into the box. And it's going the other way. Good. Just kick it out. Kick it up. Kick it up. There you go. Come on. Play FIFA. Let's go. He's got him wide open through the middle. What were you doing? He would have walked in a goal. That's a through ball right through the... Oh. Instead, we get it to the corner. We're going to dance with it, which is fine because we are already at time. Oh, they're going to call a foul. 95th minute. He's going to try to irritate some space. Goalie's going to get ready to take the kick. We're already over the extra time. He said the ball is not placed right.
Anyone got any cricket memes, leans today?
And that's it. We win the Arsenal game. Yes, we win the live play. We win the pregame play. That is great.
See you, Rich.
See you, Rich. Good luck, everybody. Yep, we'll be close. I'll be in the Discord. We'll be in the Discord, too. We just probably go 30 minutes into the college basketball games. Is that what you were thinking?
Me? Well, I need to eat breakfast and lunch, some combination of that right now. So, but yeah, I was probably just gonna jump off now. I'll send out any live plays in the Discord.
All right.
But looking forward to Rich's second half plays here.
That'll work.
And he's been money. All right.
Yep. All right. Thanks everybody for joining. Next week we'll be on. You will see my beautiful mug.
And you'll be less drugged up.
Yeah, just a little bit. So, yep.
Sounds good.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right. Bye.